Shabbat Shalom, Israel. Shabbat Shalom. Today's class, kind of piggybacking on some information from our deacons class this Wednesday. Israel is living in insanity.
That's right.
But they won't change. But they don't want to listen. I'm going to say that again. Israel is living in insanity.
Bring it out.
Wanting change, but don't want to hearken.
Bring it out.
So, let's get right into it. Give me that definition of insanity. You can go ahead, bro.
Definition of insanity: a severely disordered state of mind.
Hey, what?
A severely disordered state of mind.
A severely disordered state of mind. Chaos. Read.
Usually occurring as a specific disorder.
Scroll down. Give me number 3. A and B.
Extreme folly or unreasonableness.
He say extreme folly or unreasonableness. Don't this sound familiar?
Bring it out.
Don't this sound like a select people?
That's right.
Read B, bro.
B. Something utterly foolish.
He say something utterly foolish.
Bring it out.
Read.
Or unreasonable.
Again, unreasonable. Scroll down. Right there. Give me that right there, that highlighted portion.
Is that insanity may be defined as doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
He say insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over,
Break it out.
expecting a different result. I'm going to say that again. Doing the same thing over and over and over again, but expecting a different result. That is how Israel is operating.
That's right.
In the truth, with your fringes on, with your mitre on, with your 6-point star David.
Bring it out.
And outside of the truth.
Right.
Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. Let's get into it. Give me Zechariah 7 and 11.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 7, verse 11. But they refused to hearken.
What?
But they refused to hearken.
Israel what?
But they refused to hearken.
He say, but Israel refused to hearken. Give me that next definition. Give me hearken.
Bring it out.
Go ahead.
The definition of hearken. He refused.
No, it's right there where it says listen.
Listen.
Point blank period.
Bring it out.
So the refusing to hearken, refusing to listen,
Bring it out.
but you expecting things to change.
Bring it out.
You expecting things to go the way you want them to go. You expecting things to fall in line for you. But read that first part again, bro.
But they refused to hearken.
Living in insanity.
Bring it out.
You don't want to listen to the word of God. You don't want to change your actions. You don't want to change your mind state. You don't want to change nothing about yourself, but you're expecting something to change.
Bring it out.
You're expecting things to get better.
Bring it out.
That's insanity.
That's right.
Read, bro.
And pulled away the shoulder and stopped their
He
ears.
said they stopped their ears. So not only are you refusing to hearken, you making sure don't nothing get in to begin with.
Bring it out.
You putting your blockers on, so whenever that word coming out, whenever that counsel coming out, you ain't trying to pay no attention to it.
That's right.
But then wondering why your world is falling apart around you. Wondering why you don't have no knowledge to pass on to your family. Wondering why you still at the bottom.
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
that they should not hear.
Read.
Yea, they made their hearts as inanimate
He
stones.
said they made their minds as an adamant stone. Hard-headed, disobedient, and gainsaying children.
That's right.
That's right.
Read.
Lest they should hear the law.
Lest they should hear what?
The law.
Read.
And the words which the Lord of hosts hath sent in the spirit by the former prophet.
By the who?
By the former prophet.
He said he sent his word through that council,
That's right.
through those teachers,
That's right.
through that leadership,
Bring
through
it out.
those father figures to guide the way.
That's right.
Read.
Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts.
You good. We went too far. I'm going to come back to that. So, Israel refusing to hearken, refusing to listen to the word, to the law, to the word of reasoning, and expecting things to go better for them, expecting things in their life to change, expecting things to be better off. But how can it be better off if you're not listening?
Bring it
Bring
out.
it
If
out.
you're not implementing the things that are being told to you?
Bring it out.
Give me Proverbs 11 and 14.
Right.
So he say the word was coming through the prophets, right?
That's right.
So let's read.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 14. Where no counsel is.
He say where no counsel is, where no advice, where no knowledge,
Bring it out.
where no wisdom,
Bring it out.
where no teaching,
Bring it out.
where no word of God.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Read.
The people fall.
He say where there is no word, the people fall.
That's
That's
right.
right.
But the thing is, the word has been here.
That's right.
Have you been listening?
Bring it out.
Have you been hearkening?
Bring
Bring
it
it
out.
out.
Because the council has been there.
That's right.
But you operating as if you don't have nobody trying to give you the game on how to do it.
That's right.
You operating as if you don't have nobody trying to look over your shoulder to let you know, hey, brother, you about to step on that landmine.
Bring it out.
Read it from the top.
Where no counsel is, the people fall.
So where people don't want to listen, they fall. Read.
But in the multitude of counselors,
But as you're listening, read,
there is safety.
you're going to be well off.
That's right.
Bring it out.
Things is going to change.
That's right.
You are no longer operating in insanity.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Let's get more. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 15. So you did not want to listen. You did not want to hearken. You did not want to pay attention. You stopped up your ears. You pulled your shoulder away because you didn't want to hear what was coming out. Read that, bro.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
So these are the consequences of living in insanity.
That's right.
Read.
But it shall come to pass.
He say, for sure, it's going to happen to you because you signed that contract saying that I'm going to do everything you say do, Lord.
That's right.
I'm going to put it all out on the line because I said this what I'm going to do. Read.
If thou will not hearken
If you will not listen, read.
unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Unto the word of God, unto the reasoning, unto the safety. Read.
to observe,
He say to seek that word out. Read.
to do,
He say and to put it into action. The knowledge that's being brought out, it turns into wisdom when you implement it.
That's right.
Because now you're gaining more and more experience with it.
Bring it out.
So now you can pass that information on because you've experienced it personally.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
And you know how it works.
That's right.
Read.
All his commandments
He say all the word, right? Read.
and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses
He say that all these curses, that all of these problems, that all of these issues, that all of these situations, that all of these trials and tribulations is going to hit you.
Bring it out.
Because you did not listen.
That's right.
So how are you expecting your world to be flipped right side up if you ain't listening?
Bring that out.
But you continuing to do everything outside of the word of God, everything outside of the multitude of counselors, and you expecting things to go well for you. You expecting to have that safety.
That's right.
That's insanity.
That's right.
Read.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
As a nation of people, we have been overtaken by the ignorance that we hold so dear.
That's right.
By the stopping up of our ears when somebody tell us something and we don't like how it sounds.
Bring it out.
But they only trying to look out for you.
That's right.
They only trying to make sure you well off. They trying to look out for you because you ain't even looking out for yourself.
That's right.
He say where's there no counsel, the people fall.
That's right.
We trying to make sure you don't step in that hole, brother.
Bring it out.
It's bad enough your enemy got snares and traps set up all around you for you to fall.
That's right.
And we got our hand extended and you knocking away, pulling away your shoulder.
Right out.
Bring that out.
Give me Judges 2 and 2. Let's see some of the consequences of not listening. Read that when you get there, bro.
The book of Judges, chapter 2, verse 2. And ye shall make no league with the inhabitants of this land.
So when the Most High was dividing up the land for us, he's giving you right now guidelines that you need to listen to. But did you? Read.
Ye shall throw down their altars.
So us living in this dispensation of time, being under the thumb of our enemies, having to go to them for everything we need, and us not establishing anything for ourselves, he say, you should not make any leagues with the inhabitants of the land. You shouldn't follow after all of their gods and their idols that they put before you.
That's right.
Read.
But ye have not obeyed my voice.
But you stopped up your ears, you pulled the shoulder.
Bring it out.
Read.
Why have ye done this?
He say, why are you being ignorant?
Bring it out.
Read.
Wherefore I also said, I will not drive them out from before you.
He say, since you want to live in your ignorance, they say ignorance is bliss, right? Well, is it blissful that you living at the bottom? Is it blissful that you got a whole neighborhood, but you ain't got your own grocery store?
Bring it out.
You ain't got your own hospitals.
Bring it out.
You ain't got your own governing police department. You ain't got no form of governing yourselves. You ain't got no hospitals.
Bring it out.
You don't have anything.
Bring it out.
But yet, your enemy that don't live here, all he do is ride around, lurk in them secret places, and seeking to devour you.
That's right.
And you wondering why things ain't changing, because you ain't changed.
That's right.
He said, because you did not listen, that he was going to leave you in the hands of the slayer.
That's right.
Read.
But they shall be as thorns in your side.
He say they going to be your problem.
Bring it out.
They going to be issues for you.
That's right.
Read.
And their God shall be a snare unto you.
What he say about that music industry?
Shall be a snare unto you.
What he say about jumping into their politics?
Shall be a snare unto you.
Man, what about that young television?
Shall be a snare unto you.
Bro, who this sound like?
Bring it out.
Who is this?
Bring it out.
It's time to start listening, Israel.
That's right.
It's time to start hearkening.
That's right.
Jump over and give me verse 11.
The book of Judges, chapter 2, verse 11.
So doing these things, not listening, not separating yourselves from the inhabitants of the land, not seeking after their gods, and also doing these, this is what happened. Read, bro.
And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord.
He say, by you not listening, by you stopping up your ears, by you pulling the shoulder, you have now done evil.
That's right. That's right.
You have now committed evil against your God.
Bring it out.
Read.
And serve Baalim.
You start serving other gods.
Bring it out.
You start following after your enemy. You start following after your lust.
Bring it out.
Right.
Read, bro.
And they forsook the Lord God of their
They
fathers.
say you forsook the Most High, man. You forsook him. You brushed him off like he was nothing.
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
Which brought them out of the land of Egypt.
He said he brought you out of captivity, man, and put you right back in.
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
And followed other gods. Of the gods of the people that were round about them. And bowed themselves.
What they do?
And bowed
What
themselves.
they say when I'm trying to chase that bag?
And bowed
I'm
themselves.
trying to get up on that stage and get my music out.
And bowed
Man,
themselves.
I'm trying to get up on that TV screen. I'm trying to get me a little Emmy award.
And bowed themselves
Read.
unto them. And provoked the Lord to anger.
What they did?
Provoked the Lord to anger.
It's like you being at home in that house. Your mama give you that order, your pops give you that order, and you like, I'm good. I do what I want to do.
Bring it out.
And they come in and catch you slipping. You provoke them to anger.
Bring that out.
That's why they went upside your head, because you ain't listen.
That's right.
Bring it out.
You expected her to stop beating on you. You expected him to stop pulling that belt out, but you ain't changed.
Bring it out.
It's insanity, man.
That's
That's
right.
right.
I mean, you like it.
That's right.
Bring it out.
Read, bro. Now, you know what? That's good. We're going to come back. Go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Let's get some more of it. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
He say this has happened and it's continuing to happen now. Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that
all these evils that you brought upon yourself,
That's right.
read.
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So let's see what some of these evils are, but read.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Where your hospital at, Jake?
Bring it out.
Where your grocery store where you can feed your people safely?
Bring it
Bring it
out.
out.
Huh? Who policing your neighborhoods, Jake?
Bring it out.
Who out here passing out the knowledge that you need to push forward?
Bring it out.
Who out here doing that? Who out here giving you the game, man? Who?
Bring it out.
He said, curse, you was going to be in these cities.
That's right.
Because you no longer are ruling the city. You no longer over the imports and exports.
Bring it out.
You no longer building the things that are getting imported and exported.
Bring it out.
But you know what you're doing? You being that slave for your enemy,
That's
That's
right.
right.
physically and mentally. Cursed in your own city that you built off the blood, sweat, and tears and the sweat of your brow
Bring it out.
and the whelps on your back.
Bring it out.
Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Read.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Telling you again, where are your grocery stores?
Bring it out.
Where are your crops that you are supplying reasonable, decent food for your people?
Bring
Bring
it
it
out.
out.
What happened to the non-GMO grapes?
Bring it out.
Because they selling your organic seedless grapes.
Bring it out.
How is something organic if it don't have a seed?
Bring it out.
For something to be organic, it had to grow from the seed, right?
That's right.
So if it don't have a seed in it, that means somebody went in there and spliced some genes together, put some in a little cauldron and came up with some witchcraft for you.
Bring it out.
And you're wondering why you got to go see the doctor day in and day out for your high blood pressure.
Bring it out.
You wonder why you got to go get your leg cut off for the diabetes.
Bring it out.
Because your food would be cursed.
That's right.
Your stores would be cursed.
That's right.
Your basket is cursed. This is what you get for not listening. This is the insanity that you're living in.
That's right.
You got your life on replay. On repeat. Same loop.
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land.
What you teaching your children, Jake?
Bring it out.
Where the school systems at in your neighborhoods?
Bring it out.
Where they at? Where are your teachers with your curriculum? Giving your people the knowledge that they need and the information of their heritage. What I said, Jake?
Bring it out.
Is it in your neighborhoods? Is it in your community?
Bring it out.
He say, your children was going to be cursed.
That's right.
The fruit of the body. That's you.
That's right.
That's your son. That's your daughter.
That's right.
They son, they daughter, and so on and so forth.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
The increase of thy kind and the flux of thy sheep.
What happened to your vineyards, Jake? Where your land at that you had?
Bring it out.
Where your crops at?
Bring it out.
Where your herdsmen at? You know how to bust down a sheep? Separate that meat? You know how to smoke it out so it'll dry out so it'll last longer?
Bring it out.
You know how to turn it into jerky?
Bring it out.
You know how to cure it? You know how to do all these things, Jake?
Bring it out.
You did. So where did the knowledge go? Now listen.
That's right.
Got you in the state that you in. Read, bro.
Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
These are the consequences of not listening.
That's right.
This is the product of insanity.
That's right.
These right here are on constant repeat in your life right now. You wake up, curse. Go to work, curse.
Bring it out.
You on your break, curse. Driving around, curse. Make it home, curse.
Bring it out.
Go to sleep, curse. In your dreams, curse.
That's right.
Bring it out.
Wake up and do it all over again.
That's right.
This is what you get for not listening. Go back. Judges 2 and 14. Start at 13.
The book of Judges, chapter 2, verse 13. And they forsook the Lord and served Baal and Ashtaroth.
So again, you did not listen to the word. You did not listen to the instruction. You did not take heed to the counsel.
Bring it out.
You forsook the word of the Most High.
That's right.
You tried to play him like a fool.
Bring it out.
And you came up on the wrong end of the stick.
Bring that out.
Read.
And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel.
He said he was wroth with anger. Read.
And he delivered them into the hands of the spoiler.
He said he delivered you into the hands of your enemy.
That's right.
He just told you you wasn't gonna have no grocery stores. You weren't gonna have no vineyards.
That's
you
right.
weren't gonna have no crops. You weren't gonna have no school systems.
That's
you
right.
weren't gonna have your own government to govern your people. You weren't gonna have none of these things.
Bring it out.
He said he put you in the hands of the spoiler.
That's right.
And what they did, they spoiled you.
That's right.
Because now you running them for everything.
That's right.
Give me my Section 8. I need that for $300, please.
Bring it out.
You know what? Let me go and run up in Walmart right quick and go and give me some nice young produce.
Bring it out.
Let me hit up all this right quick and go grab me something fresh. He said he put you in the hands of the spoiler.
That's right.
Read, bro.
That spoiled them. And he sold them into the hands of their enemies.
Into who?
Into the hands of their enemies.
Into the people that want to see you destroyed.
Bring it out.
They want to see the end of you.
That's right.
Read.
Round about. So that they could not any longer stand before their enemy.
If you look around, He said you would be overtaken.
Bring it out.
Right.
Are you standing tall right now, Jake?
Bring it out.
Or are you still hunched over with your hand out?
Bring it out.
Bring that out.
You still out there on that corner waving that cup around trying to get some assistance?
Bring it out.
He said this was the consequences for not listening. For stopping up your ears and pulling away the shoulder. This is what you get the show for.
That's right.
This is insanity. It's insanity that you love living like this. It's insanity that you don't want to change your mind state, change your actions so the things around you can change. That's insanity, bro.
That's right.
And that's stupidity as well.
That's right.
Read.
Whithersoever they went out, the hand of the Lord was against them for evil.
For what?
For evil.
For not listening, the Most High hand was against you. Read.
That's right.
As the Lord had said, and as the Lord had sworn unto them.
So, just like the Most High said, if you listen, this is what you get.
That's right.
He also said, if you don't listen, this is what you get.
That's right.
He's a man of his word.
That's right.
Are you?
Bring it out.
Because it don't seem like it.
Bring it out.
Because you said you was going to listen. You said you was going to pay attention. You said you was going to do all the things that was written in the law.
That's right.
But did you?
Bring it out.
Did you hold your end of the bargain up?
Bring it out.
Nah. If you look at our track record, nope.
That's
Bring it
right.
out.
This is insanity. Finish it out, bro.
And they were greatly distressed.
They were what?
They were greatly distressed.
Not knowing if you're going to have enough money for their bill.
They were greatly distressed.
You got debt on top of debt on top of debt.
They were greatly distressed.
You wondering if you're going to make it home tonight because you just got pulled over.
They were greatly
They
distressed.
say we're going to put you in the hands of the spoiler.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Not a good thing.
That's
Bring it
right.
out. Bring it out.
Anything spoiled is bad.
That's right.
It needs to be done away with. So that spoiled up mind of yours, that gunked up mind, those actions that you have amongst your own people, that's what's causing you to be spoiled.
Bring it
Bring
out.
it out.
That spirit needs to be done away with.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Give me Jeremiah 4:22. Read that when you get there, bro.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish.
Is what?
Is
He
foolish.
say, my people are destroyed in the mind.
That's right.
Gullible.
Bring it out.
Read.
They have not known me.
They have not known the Most High. Read.
They are Sardis children.
He say, you are idiots.
That's
That's
right.
right. Bring it out.
Flat out, you idiots for not listening. For not listening, all of these things stacked up against you.
That's right.
For not listening, if you was to set right now a sheet of paper and you write all the pros and cons of listening and not listening, right now your cons outweighing your pros.
That's right.
Because these are all of the dirt that you've done. But if you would have listened, you would have noticed all the pros outweigh the cons.
Bring it out.
He said, you are Sodom's children. Read.
And they have none
He
understanding.
said, you have no knowledge. Read.
They are wise to do evil.
He said that what?
They are wise to do evil.
He said, you are wise to stop up your ears, pull away your shoulder, and dive head first into sin,
Bring it
Bring it
out.
out.
into disobedience, into no knowledge, no understanding.
That's right.
He said, you wise to do that.
That's right.
You know, it takes more energy to fight against the flow than it do to go with the flow.
Bring it out.
And all you had to do is listen. That would have been your flow.
That's right.
Read, bro.
But to do
But
good,
to listen, read.
they have no knowledge.
Who What it sound like?
Break it out.
These are the things we're dealing with day in and day out.
That's right.
In the truth and outside of the truth.
That's right.
By not hearkening. The Most High said you are stupid.
That's right.
He said you're an idiot.
Right.
For passing up the blueprint on how to live. Instead, you want to live in death. You want to live in darkness. Give me Proverbs 14 and 7.
Bring it out.
You can read, bro.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 7. Go from the presence of a foolish man.
He said, go from the presence of a foolish man. Turn away from the gods.
That's right.
Turn away from the idols.
That's right.
Turn away from the things that are pulling you away from your God.
That's right.
Read.
When thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge.
When you see that following after them, doing these things, ain't nothing changed in the state that you living in.
Bring it out.
Ain't nothing changed in the state that you grew up in. Ain't nothing changed in the state of the nation of Israel as a whole.
Bring it out.
He say, go away from that foolish man because it's leading you into foolishness.
That's right.
right.
Ain't that what insanity was? Foolishness,
That's right.
extreme folly.
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
The wisdom of the prudent is to understand his
You
way.
say the wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, is to listen,
That's right.
and to implement the things that are being brought out.
That's right.
Read.
But the folly of fools
But the insanity of fools, read,
is deceit.
you living in the matrix.
That's right.
You have a veil over your eyes, thinking that you can continue to operate wicked as hell and thinking things is going to go well for you.
Bring
Bring
it
it
out.
out.
That's your deceit right there.
That's right.
Deceiving their own selves.
That's right.
Bring it out.
Read.
Fools make a mock at sin,
Read.
but among the righteous there is favor.
Are you well favored right now, Jake?
Bring it out.
Look at yourself right now. Are you well favored?
Bring it out.
Don't look like it. It don't seem like it. It don't sound like it.
Bring it out.
Right now you living like a fool.
That's right.
Read.
The heart knoweth his own
They
bitterness.
say your mind knoweth your own bitterness because you know for sure what you should be doing and what you shouldn't.
That's right.
That's right.
Read.
And a stranger does not intermeddle with his joy.
He say he not gonna mess up the good thing. But that's what you doing. You living like a fool.
That's right.
Expecting all of the wickedness and folly that you're doing, that some good is gonna come out of it. Don't they tell you two wrongs don't make a right, right?
Bring it out.
Oh, you thought that was just a song, huh?
Bring it out.
You thought that was just a saying, huh?
Bring it out.
That's your life.
That's right.
Read, bro.
The house of the wicked shall be overthrown.
What happened to Israel?
Shall be overthrown.
Ain't that what Deuteronomy told you was gonna happen?
Bring
You're
it
gonna be overtaken by the curses.
That's right.
Read, bro.
But the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish.
That sound like safety to me.
That's right.
That sound like being well off to me.
Bring it out.
Right.
So not listening, I get overthrown by wicked. But listening, I'm well off.
That's right.
I'm flourishing. You see how that, you put that on a scale, you see one is going to definitely outweigh the other.
That's right.
Go back. Let me do Deuteronomy 30 and 10. So this is what being overthrown is.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 10. If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
He say, if you listen, read,
to keep his commandments
to implement the things that are being told of you, read,
and his statutes, which are written in this book of the law.
which are written in this book of survival. Because this book shows you how to survive.
That's right.
But you're not listening.
Bring it out.
And you're not implementing it. Read.
And if thou turn unto the Lord thy God with all thine heart,
If you don't stop up your ears and you pull towards the Most High, read.
and with all thy soul, for this commandment which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off.
He say, so if you listen, everything you need is right there where it need to be.
That's right.
It's not far off.
That's right.
It's right there within hand's reach, man.
That's right.
Read.
It is not in heaven that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven,
Read.
and bring it unto us, that we may hear it.
Because it's already here.
Bring it out.
You don't have to go and get it. It's being brought to you.
That's right.
But you keep closing the door in his face.
Bring it out.
You keep turning the music up because you're listening to your NBA young boy.
Bring that out.
Read.
And do it.
And what?
And do it.
Read.
Neither is it beyond the sea that thou shouldest say, who shall go over the sea for us, and bring it unto us, that we may hear it, and do it.
Again, you don't have to go anywhere. It's already here.
That's right.
It's been here. You just stopped up your ears, pulled away the shoulder, and operated as if nothing was there.
Bring it out.
You turned up the music on the counselors so you can flood out what they saying. So you
Bring
can
it out.
continue to live in your idolatry. So you can continue to live in that insanity.
Bring it out.
Read.
But the word is very nigh.
He say the word is very near. He told you if you listen, it won't be far off.
That's right.
Read.
Unto thee, in thy mouth, and in thy heart, that thou mayest do
He
it.
say it's right there for you. It's very near unto you that you may do it, that you may listen and put it into action and gain the wisdom.
That's right.
Break the bands of insanity. Give me Jeremiah 3:15. Let's see how it's near to you. Let's see how it is not far off. Read that when you get there, bro.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart.
He said he gonna give you people to teach you,
That's right.
people
Bring it
to
out.
guide you, people
Right
to
now.
give you the game that have the same mind state as he is,
Bring it
that's
out.
operating in the same spirit as he is.
That's right.
Read.
Which shall feed you with knowledge.
With what?
With knowledge
Read.
and understanding.
It's clear as day. It's
Right.
clear as day. If you listen, you're gonna be well off.
That's right.
You got somebody there looking out for you that's gonna give you the game to make sure things is good for you.
That's right.
It's always been near to you. You just pushed yourself away from it.
Bring it out.
Go back. Give me Deuteronomy 30 and 15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 15. See, I have set before thee this day life and
He
good,
said if you listen, you got life and good. Read.
and death,
And what?
and death,
Read.
and evil.
So if you stop up your ears, if you continue to not listen, if you continue to blot out the words of the teachers, blot out the word of the counselor, blot out the words of the fathers, he says it's going to be death and evil. Read.
That's right.
In that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy God, to walk in his way, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply.
So what are the rewards of listening? Live and multiply.
Bring it out.
He said that you may live and multiply.
That's right.
So if you listen, everything else is going to fall in line.
That's right.
Read.
And the Lord thy God shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess
So
it.
wherever you go, whatever you doing, you good.
That's right.
Because you listening. Because you're being well favored. In the multitude of those counselors that you listened, you got safety.
That's right.
Read.
But if thine heart turn away,
But if you block your ears, if you stop up your ears, if you choose not to listen, read.
so that thou wilt not hear,
Read.
but shalt be drawn away, and worship other gods,
And do what?
and worship other gods,
And be disobedient. Read.
and serve them. I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish.
That you shall what?
That ye shall surely
He
perish.
said that you shall surely perish for not listening.
Bring it out.
For not listening. Listening is a skill.
That's right.
That's right.
And we are not skillful at it.
Bring that out.
Read.
And that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land.
So where you at, Jake?
Bring it out.
Ain't your people constantly getting their candle blown out day in and day out?
Bring it out.
Every day. It's another Jake.
That's right.
Candle blown out.
That's right.
And you know who fault that is? Read 18 again.
I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish.
Because you didn't listen. This is what transpired. This is your reward for not listening.
Bring it out.
Read.
And that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land, whither thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it.
Even the land that you held
Bring it out.
is gone. It's in the hand of your enemy.
That's right.
Your land, right over here.
That's right.
That was yours.
That's right.
It ain't yours no more though, is it?
Bring it
Bring it
out.
out.
You can't go out there and cut them trees down if you ain't bought that parcel of land, huh?
Bring it out.
If that deed for that land ain't in your name, you go out there and do some changes to it. Look like you gonna get taken to court, huh?
That's right.
Your pockets are gonna be overrun with butterflies afterwards because you ain't gonna have nothing in them. He said you was gonna be well off if you listen, and you was have to go through these things if you don't.
That's right.
Read.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death.
So life, if you listen, and death, if you don't.
Bring it out.
Read.
Blessing and cursing.
So blessings, you getting blessed if you listen,
Bring it out.
but you're at the bottom if you don't.
Bring it out.
You got heartache if you don't.
That's right.
Read.
Therefore, choose life.
He say do what?
Choose
He
life.
say unblock your ears and listen.
That's right.
Take heed to the counsel.
That's right.
Implement the knowledge.
Bring it out.
Turn the knowledge into wisdom
Bring it out.
and pass the wisdom and knowledge on.
That's right.
So simple.
That's right.
So simple. But we make it hard. Read.
That both thou and thy seed may live.
So by you listening, you giving your seed a chance to make it.
Bring it out.
By you not listening, you literally are committing murder.
Bring it
That's
out.
right.
Listening is a skill, man.
That's right.
And any skill that's not performed correctly causes problems.
That's right.
How about you at your job? They give you the tools of the trade. They give you the skills, right? If you don't know how to whip that forklift and you moving around that forklift on the forklift too fast, you flip it. What you think gonna happen?
Bring it out.
Because you didn't listen when he said when you go around this corner you gotta slow down. Them tires are slick. They ain't got no tread.
Bring it out.
It's a skill, man.
That's right.
And it's time that we acquire that skill again. Read, bro.
That thou mayest love the Lord thy God.
He say by listening you love the Most High.
Bring it out.
Read.
And that thou mayest obey his voice.
Read.
And that thou mayest cleave unto him.
So by listening encompasses all these things.
That's right.
Bring it out.
One action. One simple action encompasses multiple things. It branches off into all of these different things. And not listening, you get the exact opposite.
That's right.
You don't get the love.
Bring it out.
You don't get the blessings.
Bring it out.
You don't get prolonged life.
Bring it out.
You don't get happiness.
Bring it out.
You don't get surety.
Bring it out.
You don't get safety.
See.
All because you didn't listen.
That's right.
Read.
For he is thy light, and the light of thy days.
So by listening, the Most High is going to be your life and your length of days.
Bring it out.
Read.
That thou mayest dwell in the land which the Lord sware unto thy father, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them.
So you think by you not listening, by you not operating, doing the things that you were told to do, you think the Most High just going to give you the land back?
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
You think the Most High just going to pass the inheritance back into your hands?
Bring it out.
You ain't been listening, so how you going to govern yourself? You ain't been listening, so how you going to feed yourself? You ain't been listening, so how you going to teach? You ain't been listening, so how you going to do these things?
Bring it out.
And you expect him to just give it back to you? Seemed like it would have been well off back in the hand of the enemy.
That's right.
This is the thing. Listening is a skill.
That's right.
And that one skill encompasses a whole lot. It's time to get back skillful.
That's right.
Go back. Zechariah 7 and 11. You can read, bro.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 7, verse 11. But they refused to hearken.
But you refuse to listen. Even now, you got some people that just go one ear and right out the other.
Bring it out.
Or they stopped up their ears, they cut on something else. Instead of getting their daily feeding in, instead of getting their daily bread in,
That's right.
they got other things more important.
That's right.
Read.
And pulled away the show and stopped their ears, that they should not hear.
That you should continue to live your life in insanity.
Bring it out.
How long, Israel?
Bring it out.
How long? Go back. Proverbs 14 and 12.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 12.
So, by you stopping up your ear, by you pulling away your shoulder that you shouldn't hear, read, bro.
There is a way which seemeth right unto a man.
It seemed right unto you to be disobedient. It seemed right unto you not to listen and implement these things. Read.
But the end thereof are the ways of death.
So what's going to happen?
Bring it out.
By not listening, he say the end thereof is the way of death.
That's right.
I don't know how much plain you want it, Israel.
Bring it out.
Read it again, bro.
There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Read.
Even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful.
Read it again, bro.
Even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful.
Because you can put on that facade all you want, but
Bring
you're
it
still
out.
getting hit with them bills.
That's right.
You're still worried if you're going to be able to keep your apartment.
That's
You're still
right.
worried if you got enough gas to make it to your job. You're still worried if you got enough money to make sure your children can eat.
Bring it out.
You still worried about these things.
That's right.
You still worried about if your manager gonna notice that you clocked in 3 minutes late.
Bring that out.
And you can't be late again or she's gonna get fired.
That's right.
He say there are ways that seem right unto you,
That's right.
but to the end they cause sorrow.
That's right.
They cause death. Read, bro.
And the end of that mirth is heaviness.
Putting on that laughter when you got crying eyes in the back of the face, man.
Bring it out.
This is the insanity that we're living in.
That's right.
Read, bro.
The backslider in heart shall be filled with his own way.
He say the backslider, the one that continues to stop up his ears in his mind, he gonna be filled in his own ways, and those ways are death. It's already been told you by not listening. There is a recompense for that.
That's right.
And it ain't good. Just look at the estate that you're in. Just take a look at your estate right now. The apartment you're in, the house that you're in, the things that you're doing, the things that you got going on in your life. Is it well off?
Bring it out.
Are you happy?
Bring it out.
Are you masking those tears with laughter and mirth? Read, bro.
And a good man shall be satisfied from himself.
He said you're going to be satisfied because you listen.
Bring it out.
And you know the reward for listening.
That's right.
Read.
The simple believe in every word.
He said you were Sodom's children, right? So you believe that word when your master told you all you got to do is chase that bag. You believed it when your enemy told you you got to get up on this stage and you got to destroy the minds of your people.
Bring it out.
He said the simple believe every word. You believed it when your enemy told you that you ain't nothing but a slave.
That's right.
You believed it when your enemy told you that you ain't nothing but a criminal.
Bring it out.
You believed it when your enemy told you that this ain't even your land. You are an African American.
Bring it out.
Read that part again, bro. The simple.
The simple believeth every word.
If you would have listened to the multitude of counselors, you would have been in safety.
That's right.
Read.
But the prudent man looketh well to his going.
So that prudent man is listening and implementing the things that are being told. So now he has wisdom.
Bring it out.
He said he not just going to listen at face value. He going to go and seek it out.
That's right.
Let me make sure what's being said add up.
That's right.
Before I jump off on that poach and then end up locked in the pen.
Bring it out.
Read.
A wise man feareth and departeth from evil.
He say a wise man feareth, meaning a wise man is going to listen and depart from evil.
That's right.
Read.
But the fool rageth and is confident.
He say the fool is going to be happy in his ignorance.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
This is insanity.
That's right.
And this is what we go through day in and day out, Israel. Living your life in insanity. Wanting things to change, but you don't want to listen.
Bring it out.
The instruction has been given. The order has been passed, but you don't want to get up off your butt and do it.
Bring it out.
You expecting you to make it to work, but you ain't put no gas in the car.
Bring it out.
You expecting to eat a meal, but you ain't bought no food to put in your refrigerator.
Bring it out.
You expecting to pay your bills, but you ain't went to work to get the paycheck.
Bring it out.
You see what I'm saying?
Bring it out.
Insanity, man.
That's right.
Give me Hosea 4:6.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed
Read.
for lack of knowledge.
For not listening. For not listening, you don't have the knowledge, and therefore you are destroyed for not having the knowledge.
That's right.
Read, bro.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge,
Because you stopped up your ears and pulled away the shoulder. Read.
I will also reject
He
thee.
said he gonna give you everything that you're asking for.
That's right.
All of the evils of your doing shall be turned on you.
Bring it out.
Read.
That thou shalt be no priest to me,
Read.
seeing thou hast forgotten the law
You did not listen. Read.
of thy God.
Read.
I will also forget thy children.
So just like he said, I'm a man of my word. If you listen, you're gonna be well off. If you don't, this is what you gotta look forward to.
That's right.
Don't you get tired of crying out and your cries don't get answered?
Bring it out.
It's not weighing down on you.
Bring it
Bring
out.
it out.
You're not tired of the same old run-of-the-mill BS? Oh, wait, nah, because you living your life on repeat, huh?
Bring it out.
Stuck in that loop of destruction. Expecting something to change, and you ain't did nothing to change it.
That's right.
Read, bro.
As they were increased, so they sinned against me.
So as you continue to increase and not listening and doing everything else you want to do, those sins, that evil has increased on you. Read.
Therefore will I change their glory into shame.
He said he was going to change your glory into shame. Look around, Jake. Is what you got going on to be marveled at?
Bring
Bring it out.
Is it something that somebody want to be? Is it something that people talking about, man, I got to get like that?
Bring it out.
Or are they getting happy off of your mischievous deeds?
Bring it out.
Or other people being well off of your misdoings? Off of you stopping up your ears and pulling away the shoulder, you literally put other people above you.
That's right.
The people that are beneath you are now above you. You have now become the tail and they have become the head.
That's right.
Bring it out.
You have literally dropped on the food chain.
Bring it out.
After one action, not listening. Without listening, you don't get the knowledge.
That's right.
Without getting the knowledge, you won't know how to implement it.
That's
Without
right.
implementing it, you won't get the wisdom.
That's
Without
right.
getting the wisdom, you won't have safety.
Bring it out.
You see where I'm going with this?
Bring it out.
Everything fall in line. Everything coincide with each other. It's time to wake up.
That's right.
Give me Galatians 6 and 7. Let's
Bring
see.
it out.
Let's see what the Most High say about you operating like that. Read that.
The book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man
He
soweth,
say, so whatsoever a man do, like not listening, read.
that shall he also reap.
So go back to Hosea and read 7 again. Let's see what we read.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 7. As they were increased, so they sinned against me.
Read.
Therefore will I change their glory into
So
shame.
that's what you reap.
That's right.
right.
You reap sorrow. You reap lamentations. You reap a prideful spirit that causes nothing but destruction amongst you and your family.
Bring it
That's
out.
right.
You reap your people. The genetically dominant at the bottom.
Bring it out.
The person that invented everything that we use at the bottom.
That's right.
The people that built the cities that we living in at the bottom.
Bring it
That's
out.
right.
All because you ain't listening. Go back. Read verse 8.
The book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 8. For he that soweth to his flesh
For he that don't want to listen, read.
shall of the flesh reap corruption.
So what you get for not listening?
Reap corruption.
Read.
But he that soweth to the Spirit
But he that listens, read.
shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
Shall do what?
Reap life everlasting.
Don't that sound like being plentiful?
Bring it
Don't
out.
that sound like multiplying? Don't that sound like being well off?
Bring it
Don't
out.
that sound like safety?
Bring it
That's
out.
right.
But Israel don't want to listen.
That's right.
Give me Proverbs 11:1. Read, dude.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 1. A false balance,
Hey, what?
a false balance
So not listening, not implementing the things that are being told, not asking the questions that need to be asked.
Bring it out.
Read.
is abomination to the Lord.
He say that is an abomination to the Most High.
That's right.
Right.
That's filth to the Most High.
That's right.
Because by you not listening, you're not being obedient. By you not being obedient, you know what you get. Read, bro.
But a just wait is his delight.
Sound like you'll be well off. Read.
When pride cometh,
When what?
when pride cometh,
Read.
then cometh shame.
Then what?
Then cometh shame.
Read.
But with the lowly is wisdom.
He say, when you stop up your ears, when you put that pride on you, thinking that you got it, thinking that everything gonna be good, and you ain't did nothing to make sure that, he say it's gonna be shame right after that thought process.
Bring it
That's
out.
right.
That's that false balance.
That's right.
Read.
The integrity of the upright shall guide them.
Meaning that you're gonna implement the wisdom that's being brought out. Read.
The perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them.
He say your actions of not listening shall lead to your destruction.
That's right.
Read.
Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death.
He say so you running off
Bring it out.
to do what your enemy wants you to do, which is stop up your ears and not listening to the counsel that's coming out, not listening to the wisdom and instruction. He say, and riches ain't gonna be able to do nothing for you when the day of wrath hit.
That's
Bring it
right.
out.
But if you listen, if you implemented those things, he said it was gonna deliver you from what?
The day of wrath.
Now keep going. But righteousness. We said after wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death.
But righteousness delivereth from death.
But listening is what's going to deliver you from death.
That's right.
Read.
The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way,
Read.
but the wicked shall fall by his own
He
wickedness.
say by you not listening, you signing your own death warrant.
That's right.
You're going to get caught up in your own snare, in your own trap that you laid amongst your own feet.
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
The righteousness of the upright shall deliver them, but transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness.
He say you going to literally turn your own world upside down.
That's right.
This is what you get by not listening. This is what you get by living in that loop of insanity.
Bring it out.
Thinking that this right here, your actions is going to change.
Bring it out.
The life you've been living, the things that you've been doing for umpteen years, thinking that it's going to change.
Bring it out.
It ain't changed. And it ain't going to change until you change.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Give me Isaiah 30 and 9. Okay, read, bro.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 9. That this is a rebellious house.
He said that this what?
Is a rebellious house.
Read.
Lying children. Children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Read.
Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
Read.
Speak unto us smooth things.
He say what?
Speak unto us smooth things.
Read.
Prophesy deceit.
He say, don't tell me the things I need to hear. I ain't trying to hear that. Fuck that. I'm stopping my ears up. Until you start talking about something I want to hear, I'm good, partner.
Bring it out.
Prophesying to me the lies I need to survive.
Bring it out.
And my delusions that I've created out of my own wickedness. Read, bro.
Get you out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
Read.
Wherefore, thus said the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word.
Because what?
Because ye despise this
He
word.
say, because you don't want to listen. Read.
And trust in oppression.
And do what?
And trust in oppression.
And bow down to the other gods.
Bring
Read.
it out.
And perverseness. And stay thereon.
He say, and stay on it. Sit on it. You chilling. Living in your loop of insanity. Read.
Therefore, this iniquity.
This what?
This iniquity.
Not listening.
This iniquity
Read.
shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
Shall be your destruction.
That's right.
Read.
Swelling out in a high wall. Whose breaking.
Who's what?
Whose breaking.
Whose destruction. Read.
Coming suddenly. At an instant.
He say you can't escape it.
That's right.
Wonder why everything you do don't come to pass.
Bring it out.
Ain't no fruits being bare. Because you ain't listen.
That's right.
And the things you listened on were the things that was going to lead you right down the path of destruction.
Bring it out.
Because you didn't want to listen to the multitude of counselors that was trying to give you the safety.
That's right.
You wanted to listen to your enemy. You wanted to follow their God.
Bring it
You
out.
wanted to do the things they do.
Bring it out.
You wanted to live your life like they do.
Bring it out.
But take a look around. Has that action changed anything about your estate?
Bring it out.
Has that action changed anything for your people? We still at the bottom, right?
That's
Bring it
right.
out.
We still hurting day in and day out, right?
That's right.
We still don't have nothing to show for ourselves, right?
That's
That's
right.
right.
Don't you think it's time for a change?
That's
That's
right.
right.
Give me Proverbs 11 and 17. You can read, bro.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 17. The merciful man doeth good to his own soul.
He say, by listening, you do good to your own soul. Read.
But he that is cruel troubleth his own flesh.
Not listening is cruel.
That's right.
Because it's not only troubling you, it's troubling the people around you.
That's
That's
right.
It's troubling your family.
That's right.
It's troubling your partners.
That's right.
It's troubling your loved ones.
That's right.
It's troubling your mind.
That's right.
Read.
Bring it out.
The wicked worketh a deceitful work,
Read.
but to him that so the righteousness shall be a sure
He
reward.
say you're gonna be well off.
That's right.
You will be well off. All you gotta do is listen. Read.
As righteousness tendeth to life,
He say, by listening, you get life. Read.
so he that pursueth evil
So he that don't want to listen, that want to do everything outside the realm of righteousness, read.
pursueth it to his own death.
To what?
To his own death.
Man, how much more can we put it out there for you, Israel?
Bring it out.
Not listening is causing your own destruction.
That's right.
Read, bro.
They that are of a forward heart are abomination to the Lord.
Read.
But such as are upright in their way are his delight.
He say, so you by not listening turns you into an abomination. But by you listening and implementing the things that are being told to you, you are his delight.
That's right.
Read.
Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be
They
unpunished.
say you not gonna get away with it. By you being disobedient, by you stopping up your ears, wanting to do everything else outside of the realm of the Most High, outside of the multitude of the word that's being given to you for your well-being. He said you're not gonna go unpunished for that. Read.
But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
He said you were gonna be plentiful and multiply.
That's right.
That's right.
Read.
As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion.
So thinking that you want to be Miss IG model, 100,000 likes, half naked with nothing on, covering up all your goodies with your arms and hands. He say you is just as good as a jewel in a swine's snout, man.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Oh, cause you thought by showing your body you was gonna get the man you've been looking for, huh?
Bring it out.
Oh, you thought exposing yourself out on the gram you was gonna get the man you was looking for, huh? Chasing
Bring
that
it
bag.
out.
Nah, don't work that way.
That's right.
By not listening, by not showing discretion, by not implementing the knowledge that's being out there, by not showing yourself to be the woman that you need to be the brew that you need to be, he say you're going to get punished for it.
That's right.
Read.
The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath.
So you got listening, you good. Not listening, you get the belt. Which one you want?
Bring it out.
It seems like you like the belt
That's right.
because your actions keep showing that you want the belt.
That's
Bring it
right.
out.
I don't know about y'all, but growing up, I ain't like the belt. I ran from the belt.
That's right.
Bring it out.
That ain't what I wanted.
That's right.
Give me Isaiah 5:13.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 13. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity
Read.
because they have no knowledge.
Because what?
Because they have no knowledge.
Because you did not listen.
Bring it out.
Read.
And their honorable men are famished,
Read.
and their multitude dried up with thirst.
This is where you at. This is the state that you are in right now, Israel.
That's right.
You're thirsty.
That's right.
You needing
Bring it
that
out.
water.
That's right.
You needing something to quench that thirst. Your
Bring it
throat
out.
is parched, Tanya.
Bring it out.
Coughing up that powder, huh? All you had to do is listen. Everything would have been provided right there for you.
That's right.
He told you it wasn't far off. It was always near to you. That cup you've been searching for, trying to quench that thirst, trying to kill that cotton mouth, it was right there.
Bring it out.
But you ain't never reached for it. You kept grabbing everything else. So you think your cotton mouth gonna change when you keep drinking
Bring it out.
the wine of Babylon?
Bring it out.
You think your thirst is gonna be quenched by drinking the wine of Babylon?
Bring it out.
Read the last part again, bro. Their multitude.
Their multitude dried up with thirst.
Read.
Therefore, hell hath enlarged herself.
He say, hell hath enlarged itself. He say, problems, issues, situations that don't have no way out
Bring it out.
have enlarged themselves. Read.
And opened her mouth without measure. And their glory, and their multitude, and their pomp.
And that prideful spirit. Read.
And he that rejoiceth shall descend into it.
So all of these things incorporate with not listening, you're going to fall into that wide gap.
That's
Bring
right.
it
You're going
out.
to fall into that pit of despair.
That's right.
Give me Proverbs 10 and 2. You can go ahead and read, bro.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 2. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing.
He say what?
Treasures of wickedness profit nothing.
He say by not listening to the counsel, listening to your gods, listening to your idols, listening to your enemies. He say those treasures profit nothing.
That's right.
Read.
But righteousness delivereth from death.
So if righteousness, if listening delivers you from that death, searching for them treasures is going to do profit you what? Yeah.
That's right.
If you listening delivers you out of the hand, but you seeking, being disobedient puts you right in the hand.
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
The Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish.
He say you not gonna have to worry. It's not gonna be no problems. It's not gonna be no issues. When things come, you're gonna have a sound mind. You're gonna have a sound spirit, and you're gonna operate accordingly.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Read.
But he casteth away the substance of the wicked.
Read.
He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand.
He say you become poor by not listening.
Bring it out.
You got issues after issues, problems after problems, situations after situations. By having a slack hand, by having a destroyed mind.
That's right.
Read.
But the hand of the diligent maketh rich.
Because he gonna implement the knowledge of the counsel that brings the wisdom, which brings that experience, brings that profit. It all go hand in hand. Because again, Jake, where are your school systems?
Bring it out.
Where are your hospitals?
Bring it out.
Where is your own government of policing yourself?
Bring it out.
Where your hospitals at, man? Where it's at? He say, man, being that diligent man will maketh you rich. Read.
He that gathereth in summer is a wise son, but he that sleepeth in harvest is a son that causeth shame.
Because now you don't have anything.
Bring it out.
Nothing to show for it. No profit. By not listening, literally put yourself in a deep dark hole
That's right.
with no way out. Read.
Blessings are upon the head of the
He
just.
say what?
Blessings are upon the head of the just.
He say, listening. You get those blessings.
That's right.
Just like that. You read in Deuteronomy. He told you life and good. These blessings, death and evil. These curses.
That's right.
You only get one of two choices.
Bring it out.
Read.
But violence covereth the mouth of the wicked.
So by not listening, you have now been put in the hands of your enemy. And so now when you get in your car, you get pulled over by your enemy, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Bring it out.
Am I going to make it home?
Bring it out.
Because your enemy is violent.
That's right.
Read, bro.
The memory of the just is blessed.
He say even your memory will be blessed by you listening. By you implementing the things that's being brought out. By you being obedient. Read.
But the name of the wicked shall rot.
He say leave a bad taste in your mouth.
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
The wise in heart will receive commandment.
He say the wise in the heart, the wise in the mind, the ones that are seeking and taking in that knowledge will receive the order. Read.
But a prating fool.
But a babbling idiot. Read.
Shall fall.
By not listening. By talking over the commandments that's coming out. By talking over the order that's coming out. By talking over the instruction that's being given. He said you ain't doing nothing but talking your way right into a deep, dark hole.
That's right.
He said a fool shall fall. And look at the state of Israel. We've been living foolishly. Told you. They say insanity, man. Extreme folly and foolishness.
That's right.
It's time to wake up.
That's right.
Give me Proverbs 11 and 14.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 14. Where no counsel is, the people fall.
And now you see just how important it is to open up your ears.
That's right.
To listen.
That's right.
To implement the things that are coming out. Read.
But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety.
He said, you will be well off.
That's right.
It don't look like you want to be well off though, Israel.
Bring it out.
We coming near the end, Israel. Give me Zechariah 7 and 8. Excuse me. Go ahead, bro.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 7, verse 8. And the word of the Lord came unto Zechariah, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, Execute true judgment, and shew mercy and compassion every man to his brother.
That's one thing we not doing by not listening. We following after what the enemy say. Look at your brother as the enemy.
That's right.
Look at your brother as the person that you got an issue with.
Bring it out.
Read.
And oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor.
Because by you not listening, you are causing oppression on the people, man.
Bring it out.
The Most High deal with us individually. Yes. But he also deal with us as a whole.
That's right.
Read.
And let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart.
That's what you do when you don't listen. You
Right
imagine
now.
evils against your brothers and sisters.
That's right.
Read.
But they refuse to hearken.
What they do with them evils?
But they refuse to hearken.
Read.
And pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears, that they should not hear.
He said, man, I ain't worried about them. I'm doing my own thing. And that's what happened. Being
That's right.
selfish.
Bring it out.
Read.
Yea, they made their hearts as inanimate stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord of hosts has sent in his spirit by the former prophet.
He say, by that counsel that you continually to neglect. Read.
Therefore, came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts.
Read.
Therefore, it is come to pass that as he cried, and they would not hear.
So as the prophets have been crying out, as the prophets have been given the word, as the prophets have been given the instructions, and they would not hear, read.
So they cried, and I will not hear.
What the Most High say?
And I will not hear.
Didn't he say you reap what you sow, right?
Bring it out.
The understanding has been given out there. The instruction has been given out there. The wisdom has been put out there.
That's right.
But you don't want to listen.
Bring it out.
But then when things go bad for you, when problems strike, when issues hit, you screaming, Lord, Lord, Jesus, Jesus.
Bring it out.
But what he said, though, bro?
And I will not hear.
That's what your reward is.
That's right.
That's why you living in insanity right now.
Bring it out.
By not listening. Give me Ephesians 4:11. These are the prophets, man. These are the teachers that he giving you. It's for a reason, and we about to get into that reason. Read that, bro, when we get there.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 11. And he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors and teachers.
He gave you all of these examples of people giving out the instruction. Read.
For the perfecting of the saints.
For the what?
For the perfecting of the saints.
So he gave you these people to give the word for you to listen and implement it for your perfection.
That's
Read.
right.
For the work of the ministry. For the edifying of the body of Christ.
So as the body of Christ, to be edified, you have to listen. Let me say that again. As the body of Christ, which is you, to be edified, you have to listen.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Read.
Till we all come in the unity of the faith.
So if you're not listening and you have other people that are listening, that's not unity.
That's
That's
right.
right.
How can we come together if we not all on one accord?
Bring it out.
Read.
And of the knowledge of the Son of God.
But you stopping up your ears, you pulling your shoulder, you not getting the knowledge. Read.
Unto a perfect man.
He say listening makes you that perfect man. Read.
Unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Christ.
Read.
That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro.
He say by you not listening to the instruction that was given to you, you are a child being tossed to and fro. Read.
And carried about with every wind of doctrine.
He just told you the simple. Take heed to every word.
That's right.
Read, bro.
By the sleight of men.
By the what?
By the sleight of men.
By the deceit of your enemy. Read.
And cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
Read.
But speaking the truth in love.
But what?
But speaking the truth in love.
What they get when they listen?
But speaking the truth in love.
Read.
May grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even Christ.
Read.
From whom the whole body fitly joined together.
He say by you listening, you are all moving as one body. Every part moving and doing its own thing. Everybody moving because the hand can't move without the arm.
Bring
The
it out.
arm can't move without the brain.
Bring it out.
Everything is fitly joined together.
That's right.
Read.
And compacted by that which every joint supplieth, according to the effectual working in the measure of every part.
Every part, everything is playing its role. Read.
Maketh increase of the body unto the edifying of itself in love.
So by you listening, you are contributing to the growth I'm gonna say that again. By you listening, you are contributing to the growth. You are no longer having to worry about all of the cares and sorrows of the world.
That's right.
Read.
This I say therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk.
He said that you walk not as other Gentiles walk. That you start to listen. Because by you not listening, you aren't following the ways of the Most High Son.
That's right.
And by you not walking after them, you are walking after the ways of the Gentiles.
That's right.
And what does that make you? Read.
In the vanity of their mind, having the understanding darkened.
Having what?
Having the understanding darkened.
So by not listening, having your understanding darkened, read.
Being alienated from the life of God.
So by not listening, it separates you from life.
That's right.
Read.
Through the ignorance that is in them.
He say, through your ignorance. Read.
Because of the blindness of their heart.
Because your mind has been darkened. Not listening causes so many issues and problems.
That's right.
Think about your childhood. Not listening.
Wait it out.
They brought that belt.
That's right.
They brought that switch.
That's right.
They brought that TV getting cut off.
Bring it out.
They brought that game system getting cut off.
Bring it
They
out.
brought that phone not being used.
Bring
It
it
took
out.
that outside from you.
That's
It
right.
took all your joy, all the things that you were so ready to do. It took everything from you.
See?
Put you in that corner, you crying in the fetal position.
Bring it out.
This is what not listening brings you. Insanity. Thinking that things is going to change while you continuing to operate in the same mind state. Read.
Who being past feeling have given themselves over unto lasciviousness, to work all uncleanness with greediness.
He say by not listening, you are literally working the way of wickedness.
That's right. That's right.
Read.
But ye have not so learned Christ. If so be that ye have heard him.
He say if you what?
If ye have heard him
You had listened, read,
and have been taught by him,
and have been taught, implemented the things that were brought out, read,
as the truth is in Yahawashi,
read.
that ye put off concerning the former conversation.
He said that you put off the old ways. You put off your old mind state. You put off the old actions.
That's right.
You stop stopping up your ears. You stop pulling away your shoulder and you start coming and get some knowledge.
Bring it
You
out.
start listening. You start implementing the knowledge so it turns into the wisdom that gives you the experience. You can pass that information on. You can be an asset to your nation. Be an asset to your household. Instead of being a problem.
That's right.
Instead of being the source of sorrow.
Bring it out.
Read.
The old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust,
Read.
and be renewed in the spirit of your
He
mind.
say by listening, you're going to be renewed in that spirit. Because you're going to start to implement the things that are being brought out.
That's right.
Read.
And that ye put on the new man.
What happened when you listen?
Ye put on the new man,
Read.
which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness.
The thing is, Israel, if you really want the things that are going on to change, he just said you got to put off the former man.
That's right.
That's right.
You got to put off the old man. That means that's an action.
That's right.
You got to stop being ignorant. Stop being sottish children and start to listen.
That's right.
If you really want to change, if you really want things to change for you, you got to do it first.
That's right.
And stop living in this insanity, man. Change your mind. And on that, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.